Good morning from down under, everyone. My name is Remit Splits, and we're continuing our Let's Play series of Rogue Trader, Lex Imperialis DLC, and Void Shadow DLC. So this should be part 69 in the series, or Hail Slash, I guess. Um, so whilst we left off, we had just purged a bunch of Elder and Drukhari alike, both on the planet and in the Homunculus's secret lair. And now we're going to exit and continue on. Um, So, if you've been liking the series so far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Otherwise, we shall offer a toaster to the algorithm priest and commence. So,
Let us not dawdle.
in we go. Back to our void ship. Alright, so throw a quick save. Um, Alrighty. Quests. So there shouldn't be much left to go. Now I believe there is supposed to be something else. I'm just not sure. Um, Alright, so I'm just trying to think. Right, we didn't stop the fight, did we? So I'll go down and have a look. But I'm pretty sure we won't get to see something in this playthrough. Um, so it is what it is, unfortunately. But again, I will pay a quick visit just to see. What do you got? Back to Xeno Shelter. Back to the rendezvous point. Um, there is a bit more with this quest. I know I did it on the heretical path. Um, but because we murked the Elder, don't think it will happen. Got chapter 4 quests. That doesn't happen because we're not heretical. Those are all errands. Yeah, so don't get that. Where is it? Companion quests, undergrounds.
Is there money to be made?
I just want to go back to where the main camp was. So I'm not entirely sure which is the fastest route, but we can just follow the on-screen prompts for it. Oh, I'll turn that off.
Searching is my observance.
This is intriguing.
Scanning camp. Okay, seed of
Always
slaughter.
keep your eye on the prize.
So again, just heading back to the main camp. And I'll see if there's anything we can do. If not, you don't get to see it this one, and you'll see it in the next one. I've actually been giving it a little bit of thought of what I want to do for my next run, and realizing the limitations of what one has to be as a prerequisite to be an overseer. I don't know if I'll get to be an overseer on my next run, because I'm pretty sure I want to run something a bit different for my rogue trader. Which means, and to keep party balance, it means I need to be a soldier. Just based on the companions that we'll have. And so, as a result, I want to probably use flame or melter weapons on my rogue trader. Oh. And if I'm going to use flamer or melter weapons, then
I always keep my options
our
open.
BTs doesn't make a good lick of sense because they deal with shotguns. And to be an overseer, you need to be officer or operative, and I don't want to be either of those for my rogue trader because A, we're going to have 2 officers in the party, so that we won't need a third. And we'll have an operative in our party as well. So I don't want to do that either, because 2 operatives is also an unnecessary thing. Which leaves soldiers, yeah, leaves soldiers, warriors, or blade dancer. I obviously don't want to do blade dancer again. And then I don't want to do warrior because I'll have 2 of those. Yeah, we'll just go back this way. I think I went the wrong way. I probably should have gone to the Xeno camp. Oh well. So currently we leave soldier because we won't have a soldier because I don't plan to use Argenta. So I either use a darker weapon or I try to go for a flamer or a melter gun, but I'm not sure if builds really exist for melter out there. I know flamer probably exists. Xeno
Rise to the
shelter.
top, or get left in the dust.
Forest settlement. Here we go. Yeah, I should have gone the other way. Oh well. And if I'm a soldier, or if I'm a soldier, the only way I can be an overseer is by being a sanctioned psyker or the Abides background. Obviously, you don't want to pick Abides, and obviously, don't really want to pick psyker. So, I might give it a hard pass. We'll have to see. Alright, so all the way back here. Yeah, Caligos is not here. Alright, yeah, we can bug out of this planet then.
I always have a backup plan.
It's good to know that we clearly can't do it. Is there a way to bug out just straight back to our shuttle, or do we have to go through all that stuff again? Yeah, so it's either be a Sanctuary Psyker or some other things like RPTs, and I really don't want to pick RPTs if I have to be an Overseer that way, because A, that's literally what Solomorne does, and B, I don't want to use shotguns. I mean, there's nothing wrong with shotguns. Shotguns are clearly work very nicely, but in terms of party balance, if I'm going to use an area weapon, I'll probably just use a flamer or melter gun, and just forego mass range, and maybe have Cassia and um, Yuet be my range in the party, which means I'll be killing a lot more stuff up and personal. Because I am pretty much thinking that I will um,
Keep your wits about you.
use Jay as a grand strategist, and make her into a missionary oath build, because why not? You should always probably use missionary oath, because at the end of the day it's a good item where I should alpha strike, and more importantly, um, will save you a headache or two. With that said, I can easily make Pascal into uh, an overseer instead, and use him as an offensive character. So that's the I guess that's the benefit. But yeah, like I said, I'll have to give it a look and figure it out. So clearly, I don't want to do the same stuff. Hellenoix might definitely be the same thing, just because at the end of the day, with the amount of characters, like I need something a bit different, and he's going to be the psyker in the group. In terms of skill range, though, at least this group is going to be far more balanced. So you can just go. I should be able to go straight back into outer space. I do apologize for the first 10 minutes just being running around with like my like if I was a chicken with my head cut off. Obviously, I just wanted to make sure I could do stuff or not do stuff. So I believe I've been this up this way. So yeah, okay. All the green is areas we've traveled before. Nope, this probably has to do with his romance or something. Um, that's the other thing in the next one. I'm going to make sure I don't have a lot of this popping up. It has turned out to be a pleasant surprise at the very least. Yeah, so my next playthrough, I'm only going to actually activate the romance routes for people will be using in the party long term. Where'd you get all this? Yeah, so that way we don't have like all this interruptions happening. So you're still a closed book to me, and that preys on my mind. So clearly we're not really doing all the I refuse to accept that Heinrichs don't expect me to. So we'll do the first one. Yeah, so I'm only doing it for the characters I plan to actually use in my party, just so we avoid a lot of this, because I know it's been cutting in a lot because I was showing it off. But in 2020 hindsight, probably not the best idea of how much interruption it is. So we will only show off what's going to actually be in our party. So for
I wish I could stay here with you for a while longer, even just an hour.
yeah, so we want to show off who we'll be using. So in the next run, I guess that will be uh, Heinrichs, Yoet, and Jay proper. And in the heretical run, I'll deal with the last one on the list. Right, so I will get back into outer space. I will just check this to make sure. Pretty sure I've visited everything in here. Yeah, plundered void station. Alright, so what I'll do is again, just to make sure you don't actually have to sit in it, because you've been sitting through like 17 minutes of me not really accomplishing much. What I'll do is I will put in a pause here, and I will make my way. I suppose I'll make my way up into this section here, and just explore all this before I head to before I head over to there. I'm going to avoid the Emperor's Palm. I will go to the Frozen Prince, however. And then I will make my way back to Footfall. So I will unpause once something actually occurs, else I will just keep going. So be back in a bit. Oh, that took all 5 seconds. One jump and we get something. Marshal Stash requests us to go to the Administratum Palace. So we shall go do that. Guess that was pretty well timed. And then something is over here, so we'll have to go back over there. Was it Deaths and Hives? Alright, so this sounds like this is kicking off. I'll tell you what, give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna make this side trip real quick. Oh. Yeah, that's okay about that. Oh, that was the wrong button. Whoops. So I guess we'll be checking out those planets on the east as well first. So what was here? Guessing it was this. I guess that's another rumor down. So. So back we go. And should you go in this? I'll throw a quick save. Yep, that's all correct.
Let us not dawdle.
Before you discuss your affairs, answer me why did you order someone to lie to me and insinuate himself into my confidence? It was the prefect who put you up to this, wasn't it? You piece of filth. Why me specifically if it's so important you should ask the Inquisition? What danger are you referring to? They do not look like administration clerks. Who are the fangs of the expanse? Increased activity, Marshal. Do you expect someone is trying to find their way to the planet? Why can't you export the tithe yourselves? Must remind you to my embarrassment, Uranus was gutted by Xenos not long ago. Are you telling me the tithe from the entire Chrono Expanse is being hoarded on Lethis? Just how much are we talking about exactly? What can you tell me about theft? I do not recall seeing it on my charts. Theodore had a whole secret planet in her possession, yet no one cared to inform me. I will go there at once. Alright.
I always keep my options open.
That was certainly a thing. The fact that he has mercenaries clearly points that, as I expected, he's probably a bad person. Alright, back to the void ship. I'm going to quickly go back to the void bridge. Double check one thing. Foxmaster. Oh, okay. So I guess nothing's really happening there yet. Alright, we can make the planet there. Alright, I'm gonna drop a quick save and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that pause. So I just wanted to double check when certain quests are supposed to trigger in Act 4, just so I don't miss it. I am good to go by the looks of it, so I don't have to worry about it. It would seem the planet we have to go to isn't actually to the east. It seems to be a little bit further off. So I'm just going to peek my head at the planets on the east before we go. What was that? Is there a scan button? Did I miss? No. Yeah, so we'll peek our heads into the planets to the east, and then we'll head straight there, and we shall finish up Solomorne's quest line, I imagine. In terms of quest lines, it would appear that Lex Imperialis will trigger before Void Shadow, as some quests require you to do this first. So that's what I was just double checking. So we still got Cassiers, we still got Keeblers, because we can't actually progress this until we do Keeblers. I'm 99% sure I kind of visited the system like 3 times during a pause just to make sure if it wasn't bugged or not triggering. So it's all good to know that, yeah, I don't care about the planets. I can worry about all that before we go do other stuff. I just want to make sure that we've got all this sorted for when we continue on the game and we got everything nice and explored. That way we get good achievements. That's all done. Alright, so we're going to head over to the planet now. So this planet is all the way over here. Now I'm trying to figure out how one gets there. I imagine it's probably over here. So that's the route that we're going to take. And good things if it doesn't have a route over this way, then I'll be mildly disappointed. So go in here to quickly see what this is. Really? Nothing? If I have to hyper travel there, build my own lane, I'm going to do it from my colony world. That is a bit of annoyance, but this is why we saved up some. So... Oh wait, no, I see it. I see it. We gotta... Oh wow. Okay, so we gotta go all the way over to Adamat 2. Yeah. Alright, I will travel to 100 Dreams. I will peek my head in here. Um... This seems like it's all on the way anyway. Guessing that's probably the end of the rumor now. Already explored, already explored, already explored. Alright. Oh, my dog's having fun. Alright, I will put in a pause here, just not to drag this episode on, but I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then I will pop my way out here to there. Okay, so as I was visiting Planet 3 on the list, this kind of happened. So we are going to request a combat readiness report. Request a report from the chapel. The heretics will fall battle stations. So this is clearly something I wasn't expecting, so... Because the second I actually went over to that part, it auto-pulled me in. I didn't even enter the system manually, so... But we all know how quick space battles can go. So what do we got here? Have... That's it. They're clearly doing something. Triumph of Massacre in 2 light cruisers. Portal to the Abyss. So clearly we need to kill these things first before we hit that, I guess. That's what it's looking like.
Coordinates set. With the force of a supernova. Macro cannons. Open fire. Let them taste our fury.
So, already killed one.
For acceleration.
I guess we can't spin these things around, so... Fine. Fly over there. Clearly our AI are going to just be bullet sponges, because they clearly don't know better. Yeah, so we can do that there. We don't want to pop that just yet.
Salvo. All hands, prepare for acceleration.
Stop that. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll do
Engage the
that.
engines.
Stop some more fighters. Power to the forward shields. And fighter 1 can come over here, shoot it in the butt, and fly over here, and hopefully kind of draw its fire a little bit. Oh, that's an Infernal class over there. That's interesting. I didn't even see it over there, so... not that I have to worry about it anyway. It looks like our allies are more than capable of... Ooh. It seems like our allies are more than capable of dealing with it, so... he shot us in the front. Interesting. Yeah, I guess we go here.
Helmsman, take us in.
Go one forward. To see if I can end its resistance.
Volley.
Yep. Yep, okay, so we'll fly over here.
Coordinates set.
What power to our right? This is gonna hinder our line of sight.
Let them taste our fury.
So we're gonna piss him off a little bit. And this is gonna go over here. Pop those. And I probably could have deployed some fighters, but it's fine. This point. Oh wow. These are really liking that. Alright,
Engage
go over
the
here.
engines.
Remember to pop the fighters down.
With the force of a supernova.
It's really the only thing we can do. Power to the front. They just like bombing us, don't they? Alright, let's actually get in a position to do stuff.
Fire at will.
Fire the main laser.
Make every shot count.
Do that.
Another
Alright, battle over.
On to the next one.
What do you got here? Yeah, don't need any of that stuff. A bit of an annoying fight, but it is what it is. Yeah, we'll loot it. Grip with the Imperium. That'd be nice for a vertical run. Clearly don't need it. Consign them to Flame. Export, export. Lord. Alright. Well, that was a thing. Now I will again pause and make our way to the planet. Alright, we have arrived in the system. Do that. Clearly we don't get any new thing, but we find at least one of our insight. So rather than creating a direct lane of travel there, it was just quicker to well, it wasn't quicker, but it was cheaper on the inside just to navigate around. Alright, so shall have a look around the system. Oh, we need to repair our ship. Yeah, whatever bomb that thing was doing, it certainly did hurt our ship a little bit. I'm gonna take a guess and say this one first, because I'm guessing that's our destination. Why do I think that? Well, asteroid, actual planet, basically. So we'll drop quick save. And we'll go in. Alright. So clearly something occurred. Huh. What was that just now? Gonna check rates to find the cause of the malfunction immediately. Why is the landing pad unavailable? I'm ready to descend to the service. Alright. Again, so we're going to using the main group. Kibra is pretty much only coming in for her Void Shadow DLC stuff. And other than that, Orpha is going to be taking the reins. It is what it is. I did want to use her non-stop, but when you consider that we are running 2 Blade Dancers in the party, yeah, I probably should have picked a different Rogue Trader build if I was going to do what I was going to do. Alright, so we are on the planet. So we shall have a bit of a look around, but we probably won't progress too far.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Just because I know what timer is on my recording.
Requesting permission
So we'll try to keep the...
valuable technology from this more of
Oh, what is this?
and cesspool
Yeah.
of violating storage regulations.
Pascal, you are the last person I will want to try for stealing the tithe. Only the rogue trader, due to her...
Yeah, so... what was I saying? Yeah, I probably should have picked a different, Rogue Trader if I was going to use Keyboard 24/7. We might get to use it
Rise
in
to the
the
top, or get left in the
heretical
dust.
playthrough. What we got here, so... How would I get over there? I guess I gotta go all the way around. Goods here. What do we got? Slower march death, whenever the user is charged, adds cards or... yeah, okay.
Is there money to be made?
Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, apparently needs a key. So I highly suspect. Oh. Yeah, no, I gotta go around. Okay. Um. Oh, here's something.
Was that supposed to be a challenge?
When you will to kill an enemy with this knife for the first time in a turn, they immediately use Warhammer, which is not. Oh, okay. That's kind of interesting.
Let us not dawdle.
Just making sure we get everything. And what I'll do is I will park my nice retinue behind this person that we probably have to talk to. Oh, I can just talk to him down there, of course. Alright, I will stop here, and in the next session we will get straight into having a conversation with this gentleman here, and sort out Act 4 Solomon's questline. And catch you then.